Hi everybody. Okay, so this is a response video to Wendy's crazy video, which was titled "Feeling Like the Old Lady Down the Street That Everybody Hates Cause She Is Right." Now, I told her I was going to make a response video because there was so many things that I did not know at the time that I had surgery, that my doctor lacked in telling me anything. Basically, when I had Lapand surgery, and I think that this is a lot of doctors' mistakes. Basically, when you have weight loss surgery, they just be like, "Oh, I gave you the surgery. Well, you know, that's it. You know, the information that I really knew and how I got knowledgeable and educated myself about weight loss surgery was actually online through YouTube, and that was only my source of information. I knew that I did know that people had to go on a liquid diet 2 weeks before surgery, and I did know that you really had to stick to protein first. Everybody made a big deal, you know, when you first have weight loss surgery, you don't know nothing, you know. So it was very important for me to educate myself. Back then, not a lot of people really. This was back in, when did I have my surgery? January 6, 2009, right? Yeah, 1609. So back then, people didn't really go into like the rules, like Wendy says. So there was a lot of them that I didn't know, a whole lot. And then I'm like, oh, well, I didn't educate myself. So, with that said, I followed my own rules, and I made up my own way of dieting. And that video yesterday, I have to say, Wendy, that I didn't follow half of those rules. I made up my own set of rules, and it went like this. I knew that I had to do 10,000 steps a day. How did I know that? Followed YouTube videos. I learned that I couldn't eat after 7 p.m. How did I know that? Probably watching maybe TV shows and reading books and stuff like that. And what else? And I had to stay under an 800 calorie diet. Mostly people do under maybe 1,000 calories. But those were my 3 specifics. Dieting and exercising. And I did the exercising 5 to 6 times a week. I mean, I burned a lot of calories. And I knew that I had problems with bowel movements, because after weight loss surgery you have bowel movements. And I had to take, it was either fiber or something, you know, to at least go to the bathroom once a week. I mean, not once a week, but every once in a while, you know what I'm saying? So those were my things. Like, I knew what I had to do, and I was just like dead on it, you know? So that was my diet, and I only, Wendy specified that you have to eat 3 small meals a day. I didn't do that either. I'm gonna tell you the things that, you know, she said that I didn't really follow. But yeah, she mentioned 3 small meals a day. I didn't do that. I did, my breakfast consisted of skim milk, 7-ounce skim milk, and a breakfast bar, which was a Special K bar. And then during lunch, if I didn't have a chicken salad, I would probably like graze on some crackers with like the Laughing Cow cheese, and probably have water. If it wasn't that, like I said, I would have my chicken salad. And my chicken salad sometimes left me so full that I wouldn't even eat dinner. What I would do for dinner would probably, again, maybe crackers. You know, if I didn't do crackers at lunchtime, then it would be during dinner. And that kept me full enough, you know. And then after 7 p.m., that I did forget to mention that after 7 p.m., I did not eat no more, because I knew that was my deadline. I knew that after 7, I had to stop, and I couldn't eat no more. And that was also my exercise time, between 7 to 7:30. There was very barely little time that it was between like 7 to 7:30, I did eat something. But yeah, that was my thing. And like I said, I did that for 8 months straight. Did I get off of it? Did I cheat? Did I eat pizza? Did I eat McDonald's? Did I eat junk food, popcorn? You name it. I didn't do it. I mean, like I said, I was very strict on my diet. I didn't cheat on my diet, and I was very straightforward, and that's how I lost it so quickly with exercising. And that's what many of you guys don't know. This lap band or any type of weight loss surgery is not easy. People think, from my experience with the lap band, that if you have the surgery, you're not going to be able to put the work in, right? You're going to have the surgery and it's going to be easy and you're going to lose the weight. No, it's not easy, and I'll tell you that straight up, because it is not. First of all, you can eat your way around the band for a couple of months right after you have surgery. It's going to be like you never had surgery at all. Why do I say that? Because with the band, you have to wait for restriction, meaning the fills, okay? And as many of you guys know, I didn't get proper restriction until I was 10 pounds to go. So that's crazy, right? I hit my goal in 7 months and 3 weeks out, and I didn't get restriction until 10 pounds before goals. So there you go figure, right? So all that time, I was doing practically all the work on myself. Why? Because something clicked in my head and knew what I had to do. I don't care if I was hungry, if my tummy was growling. I knew when to stop. I knew how to like focus and exercise and do what I had to do. Just because I had the lap band or, you know, any weight loss surgery doesn't mean they did surgery to my brain as well. And I mean that. It's not going to be easy, so you really have to like be prepared for it, because you're not going to come out of there thinking that, oh well, I had surgery, and like I said, you're not going to lose the weight. You have to put in the work 100%. Okay? So with that said, let's see, some of the things I didn't do. She talks about 4 ounces, you know, of food. The only thing that I remember, because sometimes I did go to Applebee's and I ate my steak, and the only reason, because I thought it wasn't okay to eat steak, right? But the only reason why I ate steak was because my doctor was like, well, not my doctor, but my doctor's physician. She was like, why are you not eating steak? Because I thought in my head, because of seeing so many videos, I thought that steak was going to get stuck, you know? Which eventually did when I was at a certain fill level at 6 cc's. But like I said, it just takes time and several fills to actually get restriction. So you can go anywhere between like being at 0 cc's to like, I don't know, 4 or 5, and like not have any restriction, you know. So it just takes some time. So all that time I wasn't without restriction, so I was able to eat the steak, right? Because it has protein. But I did notice that with the steak, they gave me like a 6-ounce steak. I was able to eat like maybe 3 or 4 ounces, and I was satisfied. So that was the only time that I really like measured my food. I didn't have a scale, you know, and I just had a pretty much basic, straightforward diet where I would eat the same foods every day, you know, and I didn't have to calculate it because it would be my everyday food, you know, unlike other people where I guess they get tired and, you know, they have to calculate their food. I never did that, but I mean, to me, you know, I'm like, oh, wow, 4 ounces of food, it seems crazy. And that, yeah, there is sometimes, especially now, where of course I have like minimal restriction, and I want it that way because I'm in maintenance and I don't want, you know, I don't want to have problems with my food. But I could eat myself over 4 ounces of food easily. Give me one moment, I'm sorry. Oh boy. 212-246-9090. Okay, so sorry, I'm at work. Okay, so the next thing is that she said always protein first. Okay, so this is the deal, guys. All right, I know that protein is like the biggest thing when you have weight loss surgery, and protein always comes first. I knew that, right? But being me and not liking seafood, my only food was basically chicken, 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 and how much chicken can you get? I don't think in my whole history of weight loss that I've consumed, well, back then when I was losing, that I consumed that amount of protein. You're supposed to get, I think, anywhere between 60 to 80 grams of protein a day. And there came a point, it came a point where I couldn't even, how do you say, get down any meat, because I was so restricted, right? And I was restricted like that for a very long time. So I did what was called slider foods, you know. At that time I was at Go. So you have to be very careful with the restriction levels, because sometimes people get overfilled, and you know, sometimes they can't even get enough protein in, so that becomes a problem as well. So I don't think that I ever did anywhere between 40 to 60 calories, because I would just eat chicken, and like I told you, I told you what I ate daily, and I don't think that even came close. The only time that it came close was eating probably 2 meals a day, and that was rarely. It would happen once in a while. And she also talks about never liquefying your food in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? You chew and chew. You're supposed to do 15 to 30 bites and liquefy the food in your mouth. Guilty, never did that. I'm like, some of these things she says, I'm like, oh my God, is she crazy? I mean, it's like, you know, do you really? And I understand that, you know, and I'm like, wow, she was probably, if she only knew, and I did, and I told her, I'm like, and I'm talking about Wendy's video, I'm like, if she only knew how I did it, I'm like, I never even did those rules. But I mean, what works, and you know, if these are the rules, like, and they are, of course, you're supposed to follow them. Like I said, back then I was like, I guess I didn't do much research, and I wasn't you know, educated as much, and she did all the research, and you know, so those are the things. But I'm just saying the truth and how I did it, you know, and just that everybody is like not the same, and how, you know, if you find a diet that works for you, and that you're losing weight every week and doing what you have to do, then, you know, go for it. And if you're not losing the weight, then you do these rules that she mentioned. So let's see. Drinking while eating, guilty too. I always drink when I eat. Have I ever obeyed that rule? Probably when I was doing my pre-op diet, and then after that I was like, I couldn't resist. Has it ever caused a problem? Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes I feel like very sharp pains. I'm not too sure if it's from overeating, or like maybe the consumption of soda while eating, that I always get a pain on my left hand side. I'll show you where. Like right here, always get the pain, and I always tell my husband to like massage me at night. So I'm not sure where that pain is coming from. It could be the soda, but yeah, I am guilty of that. So I mean, it could be any type of drinks, you know. I mean, I'm saying soda.